For 2 days, it said absolutely nothing. Then the president, Dilma Rousseff, said that she wanted to hear the voice of the people. And by week's end, made some very general comments about how she agreed with the demonstrators, but that she would not allow violence to occur. In fact, most of the violence was by the police, not by the demonstrators. There were a tiny fraction of the demonstrators who were either ideologically motivated, militants, and violent. Aside from that, the demonstrators were peaceful, their demands heartfelt, but somewhat vague. By the end of this past week, the president had come out to say that she was strongly in support of the goals expressed by the demonstrators, and she put forward a 5-point program designed to satisfy those demands. First, she promised to use all of the state's royalties from the vast new production of petroleum for education. Second, she agreed to import tens of thousands of doctors to make up the deep deficits of medical service, mainly in Brazil's cities. Third, she would commit $25 billion for the construction of major public transportation projects. Finally, and most impressive, she called upon the people to support a referendum on a constituent assembly to vote on major political changes that would tighten up against corruption, insist on voter accountability, which does not now exist, and provide clearer communication between the voters and the Congress. Now, these are all important measures. The problem is, in the short run, President Rousseff has attempted to put several of these through the Congress in the last year and a half, and her predecessor, Lula, the head of the Workers' Party, or PT, had tried several times to get these measures through Congress without success. That's going to be a problem for the president. By federal or executive order, she can move the royalty funds into education. She can bring in the doctors, but she's going to have trouble getting the funds for the major infrastructure projects that she's promised. How else to relieve the political tension remains to be seen. For the moment, the country is calm. As I've said, the demonstrations are not violent. The president is now responsive. She met just last night with a group of the Free Fair Movement leaders. And it looks as if there will be some open communication between the government, principally the president, Dilma Rousseff, and the leaders of the demonstrations.